Florida at the plate. And Florida out of Palm City already with 2 on, nobody out. Zach Stern and Brennan Jones back-to-back singles, and now the 3-hole hitter, Frankie Brancaleone. And Brancaleone going to the gap, right center field. That's going to score 1. Coming around third is Jones. He scores. Brancaleone in at third with a 2-run triple.
And solid swing by Brancaleone, gets a fastball and a 1-0 count. Good curveball, just misses from Wilkinson. Drives this fastball into the right center gap, and right out of the box he is motoring, scoring easily. From first base is Brennan Jones. Zach Stern scores from second. Quickly up 2-0 and nobody out.
Okay. Hit your spot. Hey, we're fine.
Yeah, you will.
Play ball. Hey, we still get the hit too this inning. Win every inning, remember? Gotta hit your spots now, okay? Just relax, throw strikes, okay? You're fine. Here we go. Come on. Got a lot of confidence in you.
Wilkinson, one of the better pitchers on this Georgia staff. And this Florida team coming out swinging. They play the old-fashioned way. It's a pitching and defense-oriented team. They bunt, they play small ball, but Brancaleone can mash. And a big swing by John Thornton. This one skirts away. Brancaleone scores, and Greg, in an eye blink, it's 3-0.
Really good breaking ball, just clipped off the catcher, Levi Thompson. Gets the swing and miss from John Thornton. I mean, this is a great breaking ball. Just clips off the glove of Levi Thompson, gets away. You're looking at it in that position, it's going to be tough to keep that runner on third base when you got 4, 5, 6 coming up. Infield's playing back, so it's just going to take a slow roller to shortstop to score him. So you kind of assume it scores him, no big deal, 1-1 count. Let's just start fresh from here.
Alongside former American League Rookie of the Year Greg Olson, Anish Shroff, top of the first, with a trip to the Little League World Series on the line. Earlier today, Tennessee beat South Carolina. That was an elimination game. So South Carolina will play the loser of this game tomorrow. And Tuesday's game will determine, Tuesday's game will determine the second team from the Southeast Regional to go to Williamsport.
Now, I was going to say Tennessee was the team that Georgia came back on with the last 3 outs and scored 6. So Tennessee's still in it. And you're looking at maybe another rematch with Georgia, which would be just an unbelievable game to watch.
Greg, what's your advice right now to Braxton Wilkinson on the mound? Fast start, things speeding up for him. How do you get your composure back?
Well, right now, I mean, the single by Brennan Jones was a 1-hop ground ball off a kind of a hard pan right in front of home plate that bounced right over Wilkinson's glove, and then ended up making it through the infield because it was so hot. But he fields that. That's a double play. That ball was fairly well hit, but a routine ground ball back to him. He's got a chance to be out of it, and you kind of point that out. Hey, you know what? If you would have came up with this play right here, double play, you're out of the inning with a guy on third, nothing hurt, and right now it's just throw strikes, get ahead, do what you do.
Still nobody out. Thornton at first after the walk, and Preston Sullivan the hitter. Harrison Cerna out to the bullpen to get loose. Sullivan's favorite book, the Harry Potter series. Ran the mile in 5:36. Pretty good at this age.
Yeah, partner.
I don't know if I can do that now.
No, I can't do it. But Georgia's having a lot of problems getting their signs into Levi Thompson. And we've seen 3 or 4 people already step out of the box. And I have seen Levi Thompson right there look at his signs and look back in the dugout and shrug, going, what was that? They're just having some problems, miscommunication, the rhythm's off.
Wilkinson only 1 play over to first. Moving to second is Thornton, 1 out.
But right now, if I'm sitting in the Georgia dugout, that's my biggest concern, is getting this rhythm for my best pitcher, Braxton Wilkinson. And it's getting the sign in quickly to Levi Thompson, getting him the sign quickly to Wilkinson so he can start getting into a rhythm, get my defense into a rhythm. That would be the most important thing for me.
We'll get a pinch hitter here. It's McLean Lewis. So he'll bat for Parker Schaup in the number 6 hole. Lewis has been clutch as a pinch hitter for this team. Favorite athlete, Ozzie Albies, says the best part about Little League is hitting nukes.
I like his nickname is Mr. Clutch.
He doesn't get cheated.
No, we were talking before the Open, Anish and I, and we were talking about launch angle and the whole baseball swing thing. And that launch angle right there was to lift and launch. He was getting ready to go on something right there.
Another big swing at 2-2.
That was a good curveball by Wilkinson. A little bit up, but he got it away. It was good enough with the change of pace to get Lewis out front.
Another breaking ball, and he gets Lewis for out number 2.
So first curveball, he gets it away. It's a little bit elevated. Nice adjustment. Good breaking ball. It's late breaking and sharp. I like it. Nice 12-6 overhand curveball.
Will Winterkorn now, the right fielder, takes outside. Favorite athlete, Tim Tebow. His favorite baseball player, I guess Tebow's a baseball player too, but his favorite baseball player is Michael Brantley, who also played Little League in the same Florida district. This one gets away, and moving to third is Thornton. 3-0 count.
Well, now you got to pick your poison. You're going to throw a strike, try to throw a breaking ball. You're going to walk him and just put him on base. Georgia's got to feel comfortable if they get out of this just 3 runs, knowing that they've been able to come back on one of the best teams in the tournament, which is Tennessee. Just keep it at 3. And it feels like, all right, you know what, everything's all right. We'll settle in and get at it and get to hitting.
They had added a ball prior, so now the count is correct. It's 3-2 to the left side. Cam Carino over to first. And Wilkinson able to get out of it, but the first 4 hitters all reached base for Florida.
I'm sitting. My favorite player is Adam Wainwright.
Hi, my name is Aiden Bowman. My nickname is Honey Bun.
Hi, my name is Braxton Wilkinson. My favorite player is Cody Bellinger.
Hi, my name is Colin Snyder, and my favorite food is tacos.
Hi, my name is Gabriel Galarza. My favorite player is Javier Baez.
Hi, my name is Jacob Veloz, and my favorite player is Francisco Lindor.
Hi, my name is Odie Stevens. My nickname is Big O, and my favorite player is Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Hi, my name is Braden Grigsby, and my favorite player is Mike Trout.
Hey, my name is Nicholas Hatchell, and my favorite player is Ron Cunha Jr.
Hey, my name is Harrison Cerna, and they call me Curly Fry, and girls love the curls.
Those are the fellas from Columbus, Georgia, the 3rd largest city in the state. And you look at the lineup, Hudson Clark, Greg, was the hero Saturday night in that comeback.
Yeah, big 2-run single, 2 outs. Long single into the gap, but great piece of hitting. Went 3 for 3 in their first game, a 10-0 victory over South Carolina. So he has been their go-to guy and looking for that again to come back in this game.
On the mound for Florida, Frankie Brancaleone. He pitched Friday, 4 innings of 1-run ball.
Yeah, threw really well, and we love the dream job MLB player. Hits the double, or they called it a double, a triple into the gap in the first inning to knock in 2. And that's what you love about Little League Baseball, the guys that do a little bit of everything. Pitch, hit.
He'll face Cam Carino, 2 for 6 in this regional. And Carino, first pitch swinging, hits one deep to left field, but foul. That's a lonesome baseball out there.
So, sure, somebody will go get it. Right now you can see the catcher, Parker Shoup, looking in the dugout going, yes, that was in. No, that was really in. Still looking in. They're trying to figure out where to go after that one. That will get your attention as a coach calling the pitches.
Brancaleone's motion, who does that remind you of?
Oh, I got to see it again. Where are you going with this one?
He's got a little hitch.
I was watching Carino. I mean, he doesn't have the Hideo Nomo, but he's got the little quick leg kick and bottom half. Where are you going with it?
You know, Nomo came to mind, but there's no tornado windup. It's almost a Cliff Notes version of Nomo, right?
Yeah. Yeah, what are you thinking?
It'll come to me. You know, there's a little Louis Tiant in there, right, with the paws. The Louis would spin all the way around. Tough play on the left side, and Carino is aboard.
I mean, to be honest with you, Anish, those mechanics are perfect for me. I don't want a high leg kick. I don't want something that's going to take my back or my body out of position. I just want a nice leg kick up to the waist, smooth. You know, it's really clean. You don't have to be in a hurry. They can't steal bases. Take your time. He's locked in and focused on the catcher's glove. It's really good.
Jacob Veloz right back to the pitcher. Brancaleone to second. One on to first. 1-6-3. Put a star next to that one. Send that up to our friends at Sports Center.
That was textbook. This is perfect right here all the way through. Ground ball. He gets the ball, makes a perfect throw to second base. Shortstop Brennan Jones comes across, throws a laser. Nice stretch at first base. I mean, it was perfect. Preston Sullivan at first base, nice stretch.
That's what Florida did on Friday. Defensively, they could pick it. They put a lot of pressure on teams at the plate with the small game, small ball, bunting, moving runners over, taking the extra base, being aggressive. And it looks like Will Thompson, Georgia's manager, wants to challenge this one. Florida's had a bit of an unusual path here to the semifinals. They beat Virginia in their opener Friday 7-3. And then on Saturday, their game against North Carolina never happened. North Carolina had to withdraw from the tournament because of COVID. So by forfeit, Florida moved on. They didn't play Sunday. And here they are in the semis, one win from Williamsport, having just played in one game so far.
I mean, it's a lucky break. It's really unfortunate for North Carolina, but, you know, we were wondering what kind of Florida team we were going to see. Getting the day off, getting their pitching back up on you know, completely fresh, and they've come out so far 3-0. Got a chance to get a quick double play. This looks like it's going to be bang, bang. I don't know if there's going to be enough to overturn it. Great pick at first base again by Preston Sullivan.
If it's called safe, I think it stands. If it's called out like it was, I think it stands.
I mean, it looks like, you know, from our angle at that point, I think the call was right from the umpire, first base umpire, Eddie Smith.
Eddie Smith at first. Brian Diamond calling balls and strikes. Jonathan Hagan at second. And Michael Grossman over at third. So the call stands. A 1-6-3 double play.
I mean, right now, for me,
Saturday night's hero.
That's the difference in the ballgame. You know, pitcher Wilkinson for Georgia had a one hop right over his head. It was fairly well hit, but it would have been a double play just like that. Instead, it goes into center field, 3-run score. This one, other way, goes the other way, and it gets spun for a double play. Now there's 2 outs.
You mentioned, hey, sometimes you got to be lucky, right? There's a great line from Frederick the Great, the emperor, when someone asked him, what kind of generals do you prefer? And he said, lucky ones.
I have not heard that one. That's really good. But yes, the age saying in the clubhouse is it's better to be lucky than good. I'm not saying anything about who's not good, so don't get mad at me. But the difference in this play is a double play and a ball that just bounced right over somebody's head.
Hudson Clark's a big history buff. That's his favorite subject. Likes to read about World War II and his favorite movie, Saving Private Ryan. Hanging in there.
Hanging in there. I like the he's fouling everything off to the right side, so he's letting the ball get deep. Giving himself a chance to see an off-speed pitch, so he's not going to get fooled on anything. That was a hanging breaking ball. He was still a little late on it, but he's allowing the ball to get deep, and it's coming to him, so he's not pressing. He's not going to pull something off speed.
Check swing, it's strike 3. And thanks to the 1-6-3 double play, Brancaleone has in effect a 1-2-3 first. In the diminishing Georgia daylight, Warner Robins, the home of the Southeast Regional, and the winner of this Florida-Georgia game not only advances to the regional championship, but they get a place in the Little League World Series in Williamsport. Florida's been there 22 times, the last time in 2008. Georgia had back-to-back Little League World Series titles in 2006 and 2007. One of those teams was from Columbus, like the one you're watching today. And what's unique about this year, no international teams because of COVID. So each regional, instead of producing one champion and one representative to Williamsport, you get 2. So the semifinals, like this game, they become a play-in game for Williamsport. The championship game, which will be Wednesday, not to diminish it, that impacts your seeding once you get to Williamsport. Evan Moorjohn will lead it off. Youngest player on the team and his favorite athlete, Shohei Ohtani.
He's starting to become a lot of people's favorite athlete. 37 home runs. The way he's pitching.
We talked about it on the earlier broadcast. We have not seen anything like this. And yes, that includes Babe Ruth.
Yeah, that argument's way past. Babe Ruth's strikeouts to innings weren't even close. The home runs were never hit in a pitching season. I mean, it just, what he's doing right now is just an epic Little League season almost, because it quits happening. The pitching and hitting all quit happening in high school. It just doesn't happen anymore.
Moorjohn swings and misses. Now, if Florida does get to Williamsport, the Angels are playing in the Little League Classic, so he may get to meet Ohtani.
Man, that would be really cool. I like how Little League Baseball and MLB have teamed up on that issue and bringing a major league game there, which is just phenomenal for these kids to get in person with Major League Baseball players on that basis of where it's relaxed and comfortable.
Tiny T, Tyler Fitzgerald, one of 3 players on the team that celebrates a birthday tomorrow.
Did I hear that right?
Yeah, 3 on a team of 13. A talented singer. He's also learning not only Spanish, but Mandarin in school. Two and two.
Well, he's showing bunt, which is bringing in the third baseman, Nicholas Hatchell, and bringing him way in. So at some point, he's gonna try to pull a ball or lay down a bunt when he gets Hatchell back, but this one taking a strike right down the middle of the plate. Wilkinson settling in, showing curveballs outside part of the plate to the righties and good fastballs with a little bit of sink action coming back across the plate.
A little two-seamer, and after the first four batters all reached, Wilkinson has retired 5 in a row, 3 by strikeout. 1-0 to Zach Stern, leadoff man, top of the order. He singled, came around to score on that 2-run double by Brancaleone. It was scored a double, really should be scored a triple. Punched out to right field, and it falls in. Little Texas leaguer, and a 2-out base runner.
There's a Wilkinson breaking ball that I spoke about. Gets it down and away, and Zach Stern just sticks his bat out there and flips it over second base, over Veloz. Looks like a little lob shot in golf. And Galarza has no shot at getting the speedy Stern.
Brennan Jones now the hitter. Greg, his special talent is playing the stock market. So, need advice on that, you go to Brennan Jones. Especially crypto.
Yeah, that would be a first in my Little League announcing history.
On the ground is short Carino, the strong throw, and Wilkinson works around a 2-out single. 3-0.
What a summer, what a season.
No regrets. Swing, baby, swing.
It is dropping, the dive, and the catch is made.
Whatever happens, guys, again, it's going to be a great day. Very proud of you guys. All right, let's have some great fun today. Huh?
Columbus Northern Little League from Columbus, Georgia. The gentleman on the far left is Randy Morris. He's retiring after 22 years of coaching Little League. He won the 2006 Little League World Series with Columbus Northern Little League, took Columbus Northern back to Williamsport in 2010. And in 2010, he was on staff with Donnie Coulter, the pitching coach. Coulter's retiring after 40 years, and again, both of those guys know what it takes to get to Williamsport, so they have been incredible assets for the manager, Will Thompson.
I just love the fact that both of these guys are volunteers. They don't have a kid on the team. They're out there donating their time and their expertise and just their baseball knowledge to these kids. It's just a wonderful thing.
Strike one to Gabe Galarza. And that's one of the great things about Little League, Greg, is that the volunteers have such a big impact, whether it's the coaches, whether it's the umpires, whether it's those in the community that help to raise money so these kids can go to districts and states and regionals. One down.
Galarza ground ball to second base. Nice pitch, fastball in by Brancaleone. But yeah, you know, I mean, all these umpires are volunteers. All these people are volunteering their time that are running the stadium and setting up everything, but pre-game, mowing the fields, everything. This is all volunteer. It's just an amazing and wonderful system. So these kids can learn America's game the right way.
I want you to repeat that about the umpires. Just if, you know, somebody misses a call or calls a ball a strike or vice versa, remember the umpires are volunteers. You don't need to flex your Twitter muscles on Little League umpires.
No, you know what? I would ask anybody that has a problem to go do it one game. Go sit behind the plate and realize how hard it is to call a ball that's at the knees technically that looks so easy when you're sitting here on TV. And understand you're looking straight down over the top of the catcher, and if he pops up just a little bit, you lose the last couple feet of the ball. You try not to call the ball too early because that isn't the way to do it. So you let the ball come across home plate and you make an educated call. It is so hard to call the ball down, and it's hard to call the ball. You can see where home plate umpire Brian Diamond is right now. He is over the inside corner of catcher Parker Shoup. So he is going to be spot on with fastballs on that part of the corner. Now it becomes an educated guess on pitches on the outside part of the corner. He's not going to leave that corner that he's sitting on.
And he catches Levi Thompson looking, so Brancaleone with his second strikeout. 2 down now for Braxton Wilkinson.
I mean, it's really hard. That's all I'm trying to get to is it's really hard. So I would ask the people that are sitting behind home plate, ragging on the umpire, go do it one game. I did it a couple times in high school when we were, told to go do it. It's really hard. After that, I complained a lot less.
I have a feeling it was a little different when you didn't get a call when you were in the big leagues, though. Then all bets are off.
Man, yeah, but you're going to see those guys in 2 weeks. You're going to see those guys continually. So you had to be really careful about the way you questioned a call. And nice catch.
A nice running catch by Winterkorn in right field. Well, the Florida defense, that was their calling card coming into this regional. It's lived up to the billing so far. Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by T-Mobile. Frankie Brancaleone will lead it off for Florida in the top of the third. On the mound, Brancaleone so far has thrown 18 pitches and 16 strikes. And he's off with Greg Olson, the former AL Rookie of the Year, as a pitcher. Boy, that has been impressive. He's been around the plate. He's had good command.
Yeah, I talked about how much I loved his mechanics, how simple, smooth, clean they were. I mean, his game on Friday, on the 6th of August, 49 pitches, 36 strikes. So he's just continuing to do what he does and just pound the strike zone, get ahead, and then we can throw in a 2 RBI triple in the first inning to give himself a lead.
We're calling it a triple, right? I know they scored it a double, but we're calling it a triple.
We're calling it a triple, and we'll just make a call after the game and get it changed. Well, we still haven't figured out why they called it a double, because the throw went to the cutoff man and then went straight to third, and I don't think he stopped running.
Yeah, the play was at third. He had to slide into third, so they tried to get him at third. He didn't advance to third on the throw, but we can worry about that later. What they love about this kid, he plays unconscious, no emotion. Serves this one down the left field line, and a nice running catch by Grigsby. Lost the hat, caught the ball.
That's the second nice running play we've seen from a corner outfielder. This one was solid. Fastball away by Wilkinson. You can see Grigsby makes the catch inside the line. I think he got a foot down, so he was inbounds. I'm just kidding. We got a little football starting up soon. Georgia, Florida, heated rivalry. Thought I'd throw that in there.
Of course. John Thornton at the plate, and his manager, Mark Rogers, calls him the most intense, advanced competitor I've coached. And Mark's been coaching baseball for more than 30 years. He's a sports agent. Got some big-time clientele as well. Russell Wilson, Trey Mancini, Taylor Rogers.
Yeah, I mean, the quotes that he had about John Thornton are pretty impressive for a 12-year-old. He said he defines mental tenacity.
Andrew Miller as
solid
well.
MLB players. Yeah. That's pretty good, and he's out here donating his time.
Hot shot to second. Veloz over to first, and boy, Wilkinson really has settled down nicely. The first 4 batters reached. Since then, he's retired 8 of the last 9.
His first outing on Friday was really good. 5 innings pitched, 51 pitches, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, no runs, no walks. And you just kind of looked like, you wonder, I was wondering in the previous game if guys were going to come out nervous or if they might be a little relaxed knowing that there's a safety net that if they lose, they still got one more game that they can play to get into Williamsport. And I just feel like Wilkinson kind of came out a little bit tight, made some pitches, gave up a couple ground balls and singles that found their way through holes, and then Brancaleone hits a gapper, and all of a sudden it's 3-0 that quick.
Now, the only problem with that safety net is that it's Tennessee who's waiting. And Georgia knows that Tennessee had them almost beat. It was 5-0 going into the 6th before a 6-run rally in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we've seen Tennessee. We saw them earlier today. They can mash. They've got a lot of power. There really is no soft spot in that lineup.
Oh, I didn't say it was a good safety net. I mean, it's not a comfortable safety net. You're coming out to play, but it's just a little bit of relaxation of going, we're not done tonight if we lose.
Florida's done here in the 3rd as Sullivan strikes out. A 1-2-3 third for Mr. Wilkinson. Wednesday night baseball on ESPN. Dodgers and Phillies. David Price on the bump for LA, the defending world champions. Kyle Gibson getting the start for Philadelphia. Both teams in the playoff hunt. Phillies leading the NL East. The Dodgers chasing the Giants, who are 30 games over 500 in the West. And Cody Bellinger, of course, former Little League hero for Chandler National out of Scottsdale many years ago.
I wonder if he was thinking he was going to be an MLB player when he was 12. That seems to be the predominant, what do you want to be when you grow up, obviously. Always curious what guys think when they're that age that actually end up making it.
Been a tough season for Bellinger with the injuries, hitting only 175 in 53 games. Grigsby will lead it off after that nice catch in left field. That's how it works, right? You make the great play defensively, and then you lead off the next inning.
I swear that has to happen about 70% of the time.
That's right. See, we need analytics for something like that.
Yes, that would be a perfect analytic note right there. You know, the percentages of making a great play and coming up to bat the next inning are 71.5%.
Upstairs to Braden Grigsby, a super utility player. He is their Ben Zobrist, their Rex Hudler. Can play many positions on defense.
Threw a Hudler in there.
Man, I had to give Rex Hudler a shout.
Yeah. I like the fact he ran a mile in 5.43 this year. That still beats me. So we got 2 milers playing today. One's a 5.43 and the other one is Preston Sullivan on the other side running a 5.36.
Wheels. Greg, the approach against Brancaleone seems to be go up there and hack, because he has thrown really nothing but strikes.
Well, he's pumping the zone. We've seen very few breaking balls, and I think those might be the 3 balls that he's thrown have been breaking balls that he's left up in the zone. So he hasn't quite figured out the command of the off-speed stuff, but he has figured out the command of this side of the plate that he's going right now.
Up the ladder, Grigsby down on strikes, 3rd strikeout for Frankie Brancaleone.
You can see the catcher, Parker Schuth, setting up inside corner to the righties, giving a great target He's got eyes on target. Yeah, it was a little bit elevated, but it was right on that corner. And they are setting something up. If he's going to keep pitching on this side of the plate, it's speeding up the Georgia bats, and it's going to open up the outside part of the plate with a changeup or a breaking ball.
Hatchell on the ground is second. Stern with the putout, 2 outs, and here we are, 2 outs in the third. Georgia still looking for its first hit. They've only had 1 base runner. Cam Carino reached on an E5 to begin the game and then was promptly erased on a sparkling 1-6-3 double play.
They say that he doesn't play with any emotion, and I'm just sitting here watching him. That was always what I wanted to do. I wanted to have no emotion. I wanted to be almost what they say flatline. And I'm sitting there watching this 12-year-old going, you got it. If you can walk out there and just contain your emotions and do what you're supposed to do, you're going to have a great chance of continuing to succeed.
How hard was that as a closer when everybody's on their feet and adrenaline is pumping and the game's on the line to flatline?
I just wanted, I knew I wasn't going to be able to control everything inside me, but I wanted that face when you took a look at me and I had bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and it's havoc all over the place. I wanted that face. I wanted to look like, yeah, so what? No big deal. Just take a look at my third baseman. Hey, probably the sinker's coming to you, and just have that monotone, flatline look. And I got pretty good at it, but it just seemed like there are guys like Darren Dreifert and Dennis Eckersley that were just icy.
Mariano Rivera, too.
Yeah, kind of.
Brancaleone has worked through the Georgia order once. Now they're sliding down the hill in Warner Robins, Georgia. The kids are having fun, and we are sliding into the end game of this regional. This is the first semifinal, and this year, each regional will send 2 teams to Williamsport. So the semifinal winners will go to the Little League World Series. That includes the winner of this game. Palm City, Florida got off to a great start. The first 4 batters all reached base. Since then, though, just 1 hit.
Things have gotten quiet. They settled in, or you can look at it the other way. Braxton Wilkinson settled in and has been pretty solid. Found his breaking ball over the plate, throwing it for strikes, working ahead. And like I spoke about in the open, they figured out their little issues with getting the signs in quickly to the catcher, because there was a whole bunch of guys on Florida's team stepping out of the box, which is frustrating to the pitcher.
6, 7, and 8 due up for Florida. It'll be their catcher, Parker Shoop, to lead things off. His birthday is Tuesday, as we said, one of 3 players on the team. In the questionnaire that we gave to all the players, Parker was asked, what are you most looking forward to this week? And he said, getting away from my parents for a week.
You and I are on the exact same page. I saw that, just started laughing and couldn't scribble that note fast enough. That was just I'm sure COVID and everything else, sitting home for the summer. I need a vacation.
That's called having an advanced copy of the Teenage Handbook. Retired, 1 down.
I just love the way these guys play. They just showed quickly. Parker standing at the plate, 1-2 count, and he had about an inch that he was choked up on the bat handle. You just don't see that anymore at the major league at the highest levels. They're swinging away, but these guys got it figured out, and tip my cap to the coaches that have taught these kids well.
Pinch hitter Dylan Thomas slices it foul. Related to Chipper Jones.
That ain't bad. That'd be a good guy to be related to, but it'd be better if he was in Georgia. But Chipper's universal.
The Hall of Famer. Dylan's favorite band, I was going to say fittingly, the Florida Georgia Line.
Well, I was going to say his favorite athlete is Jackie Robinson. I'm going, well, wouldn't it be Chipper Jones?
Thomas retired 4-3. To catch all the excitement from the Little League Baseball and Softball World Series tournaments and visit the first ever virtual fan zone experience, visit littleleague.org/fanzone. And we get another pinch hitter here. It's Mason Galdiz. So there is a mandatory play requirement when you have 13 players on your roster, like both of these teams. And that's everyone has to bat at least once.
Yeah, the difference is if there's 12 guys on the roster, which used to be the universal way that Little League Baseball did it, the substitute players would have to play 2 innings in the field, get 6 consecutive defensive outs, and get an at-bat. But once they moved it and opened up to 13, it allowed another team to have a pitcher and just made it really difficult to do the substitution, so they're only needed to have 1 at-bat. But if they don't get that at-bat, there's ejections and coaches that aren't allowed to coach anymore in the international tournament.
It's something that they take very seriously. 2-2 on Galdiz, whose favorite book is Shoe Dog. That's Phil Knight. Phil Knight's memoir about starting Nike. Terrific read. Swing and a miss. Galdiz down on strikes. And Wilkinson has really settled down after a rocky first inning.
Welcome back, and this has been the Frankie Brancaleona Show. Strike after strike after strike. 3 strikeouts so far in the game. 1 hitter has reached, and it was on an error. Quickly erased on a double play, perfectly done by the Florida team. And better yet, he's thrown 28 pitches, 3 innings, 24 strikes.
And he has yet to give up a hit. Only 1 base runner for Georgia. That was Cam Carino, who will lead things off here in the 4th inning. Carino led the game off by reaching on an error and then was doubled up.
It's been amazing. It's so much fun to watch because his mechanics, in my eyes, are about as good as they get. They are clean, smooth, simple. And the longer you pitch, the more you realize that you're going to have to fix yourself on the fly. And there are some great pitching coaches out there, and I've been blessed with a lot of them. But when you get on the mound, it's where you throw ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, and things are just off. And if you have simple mechanics like Frankie does, you're going to be able to fix it within a pitch or two. And it's going to save you from walking 2 guys in a row and then having a pitching coach come out and tell you what you're doing and clean things up. It's fun for me to watch.
What's an example of fixing your mechanics on the fly?
Well, like I said, I'll throw 4 balls in a row or 3 balls in a row, and I'll miss my fastball away or I'll miss up and in, which means that I'm flying, my front shoulder's flying out a little bit early, which is taking my hip, and my breaking balls are all going to miss down and into left-handed hitters. And I'm not going to get myself fixed until I realize what's going on, and then I just try to keep my hip going towards the zone a little bit longer. And it's something that simple, but you have to tell yourself what you need to do, and it kind of changes your focus. It's just something like that, but his mechanics are really clean, and he's going to find out that he's not going to have that many issues that he's going to have to fix.
All right, he's been ahead 0-1, 1-2 on pretty much every hitter. Carino swings and misses, or did he foul it off? He did foul it. Just got a piece.
A nice piece of hitting, and nice job by Brancaleone. He was down in a 2-0 hole, 2-0 count. As soon as I start saying nice things about players, they end up going against what I'm saying, but he came back through a couple good strikes. The only thing that he's got that he hasn't done extremely well tonight is the breaking ball has not spun very well. It's been left elevated, so most of his balls that he has thrown has been trying to spin. I can't tell if it's a curveball or slider, but that was a curveball, breaking ball right there that Carino just fouled off.
Carino hanging in there, 2-2. He is their emotional leader, their spark plug. Getting ready for the 8th pitch of this at-bat.
Well, how about his first swing of the day was a home run that was just foul?
Popped up. And Stern puts it away, 1 down.
Just as Brancaleone's ability to locate. This fastball is called on the inner part of the plate. You see his catcher, Parker Shoop, setting up in right at the belt. He elevates it a little bit, and Caroni's just unable to do anything with it. It ties him up, and it's an easy pop up to second base.
So 1 out now, and here is Jacob Veloz. Chopped up the middle, going to be a tough play, and it's through. A seeing guy single, the old Wee Willie Keeler, and to Georgia with its first base hit of the game.
Fastball, middle of the plate down, what he's been doing the whole game, and you could see it looked like it caught the front of home plate, or else the front of the dirt area in front of home plate's hard packed, and we've seen a couple big bounces, and that was Brennan Jones in the first inning getting that same bounce for a single that ended up coming around to score.
Hudson Clark on the ground is short. Can they turn 2? There's 1. The relay late.
I wonder if they're going to call interference, because it sure looked like Veloz went in standing up and impeded the throw from the shortstop, from the second baseman, Zach Stern. I don't know if anybody else saw it but me, so. So here comes he does not slide, and it looks like there's almost a little bit of contact. He has to slide, and it looks like the throw gets cut short. But that's counting on second base umpire Jonathan Hagan to make that call, and if he doesn't see it the way I see it, then the runner stays at first.
Yeah, that is not a reviewable play because that is a judgment call for the umpire. So that's one, if you argue that, you can't review that play.
Well, you can go out and have a discussion, and just see if he saw what you saw. Like I said, I'm not always right, but it sure looks like this is impeding even the runner. Even the runner, Veloz, looks like he ducks away from it, tries to duck away from contact.
Now, the plays that can be challenged, you can challenge if a ball went over the fence, was it a home run or not? You can challenge the dead ball areas, fair or foul, hit by pitch. Actually, I'm sorry, you can challenge runner or runner-batter interference. That is a challengeable play, excuse me. So if there is runner interference, that can be challenged. Yeah, so here's video replay. Managers get unlimited successful challenges, but if you have 2 unsuccessful challenges, then you lose the ability. So yeah, pardon me, you can challenge that runner-batter interference, and that is a interference play at second base. So that's one where you got to slide.
Well, we've had one unsuccessful, and that was from Florida. So that's not the issue with Georgia. I guess Florida, was unsuccessful in that double play, wouldn't they? Or was that Georgia in the first inning? That was Georgia. So Florida could have appealed that if they wanted to, but they chose not to.
Otis Stevens now the pinch hitter, and Big O is 4 for 4 with 4 RBI in this regional. Gentle Giant, that's what they call him. Big fan of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and LeBron, who now teamed up with not just AD, but Russell Westbrook as well. Oh, this isn't Otis Stevens. This is Aiden Bowman. Aiden Bowman is the hitter. Honey Bun, his nickname.
Coach called him the grandpa of the team.
Yeah, he was telling us that they had just won the state tournament. Everybody was hooting and hollering on the bus ride home, and there he looks over, and Aiden was fast asleep.
I just think that's hilarious. You look over and the kids, everybody's partying on the bus or the van, and he's just, all right, I'm tired.
First 3-ball count for Brancaleone. In the left center, that's going to get down. Throw comes home, and they got him! The Florida defense shines again.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Oh, vintage photos from way back when. Here's the bracket. We started with 8 teams. We're down to 3. Tennessee won earlier today, so Tennessee will play the loser of Florida-Georgia. The winner of Florida-Georgia, the game you're watching, not only moves on to the championship game on Wednesday, they get a spot in Williamsport as well, and that second regional berth to Williamsport will go to the Florida-Georgia loser and Tennessee winner, if that makes sense. So loser of this game plays Tennessee tomorrow, and if you lose tonight, you still have a chance to get to Williamsport by winning tomorrow, but as we've seen, Tennessee is awfully good. We'll get a pinch hitter here, Jack Fernair.
So this will be the 4th and last substitute from Florida.
So Florida has satisfied mandatory play requirements. Fernair likes to build Legos, also likes to swim. Big Michael Phelps fan.
I swear that his bio said that he can swim 50 yards underwater. Did you read the same thing?
I did.
I mean, some of these kids can do things that I've never been able to think about doing. Swimming 50 yards underwater.
I can't even swim, truth be told, so anybody who can do anything in the water, you've got my respect as Fernair strikes out.
Wilkinson's been really good after the first 4 hitters where it went single. They called it a double. I'm calling it a triple. And then a walk to the 4-hole hitter. And after that, it has been rock solid other than one single in the second inning by the leadoff Zach Stern. And here he comes again, 2 for 2.
You know how in golf there's the breakfast ball expression, right? First one off the tee. All right, you slice it, you hook it. Hey, let's not count it. We'll hit another one. You kind of feel that if Braxton Wilkinson had a breakfast ball in this game, we're looking at a different ball game.
Well, I'm just looking at the ball from Brennan Jones going, you know, you feel this one hopper that went right over your head and turn it a double play like the other team did. It's maybe 1-0 if you're thinking that there's going to be a wild pitch with 2 outs and a runner on third. I mean, this game's a lot closer than 3-0.
Although with Georgia, we have seen them come back. Saturday night, they did not score for 5 innings and were down 5-zip going to the 6th. In their last at-bat, they score 6 runs to beat Tennessee.
Well, we talked about the safety net of this game and falling back to play Tennessee if you lose.
Off the glove of Hatchell. Wide to turn at first, and Stern is aboard with his 3rd hit of the game.
But I was saying, you know, you have the safety net, and you just kind of look at what Georgia's doing. They're down 3-0, and you're going, I guarantee every one of them's going, just keep it close. Just keep it close. We know that we can come back against anybody. We've done it before.
This is a close-knit group. They've been playing together for almost 6 years. Not a big team in terms of size, but they like their pitching. We see that today. We've seen that in this regional. They like their defense, and timely hitting has been part of that cocktail for success. Jones in a left field. It gets past Grigsby. It goes all the way to the wall. Around third is Stern. He will score without a throw, and it's 4-0 Florida.
Man, this is a really nice piece of hitting. Fastball down and away. This is well located. And Brennan Jones dives out, serves it to left field, and Braden Grigsby is in no man's land. He took a step in thinking he's got a chance to catch it, realizes he doesn't, breaks it down, and the ball just is right in front of him. Really difficult play. But I got to tip your cap to Brennan Jones for a great piece of hitting.
All right, so Greg, put on the coaching hat. How are you supposed to play that line drive?
I mean, perfect scenario if that's what I got and I'm stuck in no man's land because I take a step in, I can't go backwards because if I go backwards, I lose ground, and that's just not going to help me defensively. I mean, I would ask my left fielder, I guess, to play catcher or play goalie and body it up, you know, and try to just go down and make sure it hits me somewhere and knocks it straight down. It can't get past me, and you can't try to make a stab at it. But it's difficult to tell a 12-year-old out in left field to body this line drive up. But, I mean, you see, he takes 2 steps in, and now it's just, I don't know what kind of bounce I'm getting.
You hear so often outfielders say, the toughest ball is that line drive hit right at you.
Yeah, I had no problem with Grigsley coming in and making that move, and he realizes it, and then he stops. He read it perfectly. He just got stuck in no man's land and not playing regularly on this turf here on this field. He doesn't know what bounce he's getting.
Brancaleone slashes another one foul. It's still 2-2. He's a big Red Sox fan. Says Fenway's the coolest place he's been to.
You know what? I'm going to go with that one. I think Fenway or Yankee Stadium's been, you know, one of the coolest places I've ever been to.
Lofted out to right center. Caught by Galarza. 2 down, no advance. All right, Greg, as a Yankees fan, you're going to have to respectfully abstain from it. Yeah.
I did say Yankee Stadium too. I did throw that in there.
You said it second. It's okay. No hard feelings.
I did throw it in there, though. I threw it in there unimpeded on my own.
Now Fenway's got the charm. Although when you sit in the seat, you're angled one way and you got to crane your head the other way to watch the game.
Yeah, but Yankee Stadium's new. I mean, it's not the old one. Then we could have
it's
a
not.
whole different conversation. I mean, I was a fan of Tiger Stadium, before it became Comerica Park, and it was built in 1908, I think.
Yeah, old Tiger Stadium, that was a bandbox if there ever was one.
Yeah, my ERA suffered greatly there. 310 down the lines, short fences, big major league hitters looking to do damage by pulling the ball.
Right back to Wilkinson. He knocks it down, gets Thornton at first, and that'll do it. But Florida tacks on one more run on an RBI double by Brennan Jones. Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by T-Mobile. Bottom five, Florida on top of Georgia. 4-zip. Little League would like to extend a special thank you to its official sponsors like Major League Baseball's Play Ball Initiative, who help to maintain the strength and the leadership of the Little League program. Little League would also like to thank its dedicated volunteers who make the program a special experience for millions of children. We'll get to see Otis Stevens as a pinch hitter to start things off in the home half of the fifth. He'll bat for Levi Thompson, and Otis is 4 for 4 with 4 RBI in this regional.
The quiet giant.
He is imposing at the dish. And a first pitch strike from Brancaleone. What else is new?
Yeah, Brancaleone has been just spot on. Look for him to continue focusing fastballs inner half to right-handed hitters. He's been really good.
0-2.
And I got to be honest, that might be his first breaking ball that he's actually really gotten on top of and created that 12-6 spin that you see on curveballs. He had struggled with that, but he'd been so good and so efficient with his fastball, hadn't really missed it or needed it.
If you're wondering, is Stevens the biggest player in this regional, the answer is a resounding no. West Virginia had a young man by the name of Surf Guerra, 6 feet, 200 pounds. And Guerra launched a missile deep to left field over the fence. He was the first hitter of this regional. And after that, nobody pitched to him.
Even when they were up 11-3, Tennessee didn't pitch to him. They still intentionally walked him. Going against all baseball protocol of not putting guys on base when you have a big lead, let them hit their way on.
They walked him with the bases loaded too, which brought back May 27th, 1998 memories for you.
Oh yeah, great memories. Me walking Barry Bonds with the bases loaded. That was first time in 40-some years it has been done. That was a good one.
Strike 3. Stevens is down. 4th strikeout for Brancaleone.
So Brancaleone is at 48 pitches. He is getting past the point of pitching again this regional. I think they would be crazy to think about taking him out. He is almost, and I knock on wood because I'm borderline superstitious, he is almost on cruise control right now.
Pinch hitter is Donovan Colvin now. So the aforementioned Surf Guerra, the 6', 200-pound slugger from Shenandoah Junction, West Virginia. What was impressive about this is in the state tournament, he had 14 hits and 9 home runs.
They were trying to get ahead with like a first pitch breaking ball, just a little something off speed. Don't give him a fastball. And they throw the breaking ball over for a strike, and he still hammers it. Colvin's had quite the regional. Coming in 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, a couple stolen bases, a walk, a hit by pitch. And his coaches say that he is the most gifted athlete on this team.
Fastest player as well, so if he gets on, he gives you wheels. Missed low, 1-2, good pitch.
Let's see if he goes back to that go-to spot, which is inside to righties. He's been really good. They call it an arm side fastball. You're going to see his catcher, Parker Shoup, set up inside corner, put the ball right about under the elbow. And that might be the first time that Brancaleone has missed that spot over the plate. He's been really good about throwing to that location, inside corner. And again, I'm going to call it arm side, just because that is the side of the plate that his arm is on. It's actually easier for right-handers to throw that ball on that side of the plate than it is to get it to the glove side.
Brancaleone knocks it down and throws out Colvin, who is sliding into first base, 2 away. We mentioned it earlier. Just watch Brancaleone's mannerisms on the mound. He betrays no emotion. Well, he flashed a small smile there. That might be the first one we've seen, but Greg, I tell you, this kid might have a future in Vegas at the card tables.
Well, he is just icy. And the funny thing, he's kind of smirking at, I assume, his third baseman, John Thornton, who's asking him if he's all right, because I think the ground ball might have got him in the shin. And just the way he didn't panic, the fastest guy on the field is running down, and you haven't secured the baseball yet, and he just kind of picks it up, takes a look to see where he's at, and just throws the ball a little bit harder than he needed to. Barely gets the runner. I love the demeanor.
Harrison Cerna, the third pinch hitter of the inning. And Georgia has now satisfied mandatory play. Cerna's mom, Amanda, actually played in the Little League softball regionals back in 1999.
His coach said that I wasn't sure how to take this, but his coach called him the Kelly Leak of the Bad News Bears. And I mean, I'm not sure, oldest, wisest, street smart. I didn't know how to go with that one. Best player.
Let's go with street smart. Yeah, team jokester. There's always one, right, that keeps you on your toes?
You have to have one. I mean, just the odds of 13, 12-year-old kids, you have to have somebody that wants to play jokes on everybody.
Bounce to second. Over to first, a 1-2-3 fifth. And Florida is 3 outs away from a trip to Williamsport. Little League would like to extend a special thank you to its official sponsors like Easton Baseball and T-Mobile, who help to maintain the strength and leadership of the Little League program. Little League would also like to thank its dedicated volunteers who make the program a special experience for millions of children. Martin County North Little League out of Palm City, Florida, 3 outs away from heading to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Palm City, 97 miles north of Miami. And again, if you're just joining us, this is not the regional championship, which in the past would determine who goes to Williamsport. This is a semifinal because this year there's no international group. So every regional, instead of sending one team to Williamsport, will send two, so you get the two semifinal winners, and this is semifinal number one. Preston Sullivan, followed by the number 6 and 7 hitter, will lead it off for Florida. Shoup and Wintercorn if they're not pinch hit for it. Got tied up. And Hatchell over to first, one down.
Yeah, you talked about it last inning. Wilkinson just needed a mulligan. That first inning, the first 4 hitters or first 3 hitters, where that 3-0 lead is all we've seen after that. Is he's been really good, been efficient, throwing strikes, found his breaking ball. And this is game, other than that first inning and the 3 hitters, has been everything that we were looking at.
He's at 84 pitches, so this is the last batter he can face. 85 pitches is the maximum threshold, but you are allowed to cross that to finish an at-bat. So this will be his last hitter.
We saw Harrison Cerna warming up, I believe it was in the 4th, bottom of the 4th going into the 5th, just in case something happened. Didn't need him. Wilkinson back on track. Big cut by McLean Lewis.
Lewis, a big fan of Ozzie Albies and the Atlanta Braves, also Florida State.
Levi Thompson trying to steal a strike right there. And home plate umpire Brian Diamond just not going to bite on it. Pretty good location, but Levi could not pick it up high enough.
Lewis lays off the count. Now 3-2.
See if he throws him a fastball, inner part of the plate, challenges him in attack mode, and you're going to see a good cut right here.
Caught looking on the outside corner, and Wilkinson will end his night with his 7th punch out. He was fantastic, save for those first 4 batters who all reached base.
Has a little bit of a sink action, be able to start this ball off the plate. That's what McLean Lewis saw. That ball came back, sunk back, nice frame job by Levi Thompson, but man, after those first 3 hitters, he was rock solid, kept his team in the game.
A 90-pitch gem after a little bump in the road at the beginning. Wilkinson can't pitch anymore in this region.
And that brings the end of the day for Braxton Wilson. Did an excellent job after the first 3 hitters, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and 90 pitches. And that brings in relief pitcher Cam Carino. Last pitched on Saturday, threw 1 inning, 20 pitches, gave up a couple of runs, a hit, a walk. And you see the young man moving in from shortstop. And Wilkinson will take his spot out there at shortstop.
So Wilkinson in 2 starts in this regional has gone at least 5 innings both times. And because he threw the maximum pitches allowed, 4 days rest mandatory, that means he is done for the regional, but he pitched his arm out tonight, pitched his heart out tonight for Georgia.
I thought he did a really good job, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore. First hitters, couple of ground balls, gives up the 1 big swing, and after that was just rock solid, pumping strikes.
Wilkinson hoping he and his teammates can conjure up another 6th inning rally. Carino 2-2 breaking ball, weakly to 3rd, and that'll do it. 1-2-3 goes Florida. Can Georgia do it again? They rallied from 5 down Saturday night in the 6th. Saturday night, down 5-0 going into their last at-bat. Georgia conjured up a rally. Hudson Clark would end it with a 2-run walk-off hit to right center. 6 runs in the 6th inning after being shut out for the first 5. And Georgia punched its ticket to the semifinal. Now, if Georgia wants to punch its ticket to Williamsport, they're going to have to find that script from Saturday night. Scoreless through 5 innings. Can they do it again here in the 6th?
Well, you got to believe that everybody on the field and in the Georgia dugout is well aware of what happened on Saturday. Florida's aware of it. Georgia's aware of it. Georgia's waiting for one guy to get on base, and they're going to go, here we go again. And Florida's sitting there going, just get a couple outs. Put these guys away. Don't give them a chance.
Georgia only has 2 hits tonight.
Well, we talked about it in the prior game, and we haven't talked about it tonight, but right now Georgia's in get on base however you can, and if that means getting hit, you're getting hit. If that means taking a strike until you see one, which obviously Brancaglioni's been pumping strikes all night long, but you almost have to take a strike, hope you get a walk.
Hatchell, the number 8 hitter, takes low 2-0. And for Florida, Greg, you look at Brancaglioni's pitch count, 59. 85 is the max. He's got a chance easily to finish this.
Oh yeah, his pitch count's not even in question. It's just a matter of the first pitch misses by about 3 inches up. Next pitch he makes an adjustment and just overcorrects and just misses down. That one, it looked like he kind of rushed himself. He's only been in, I believe, 1-2-0 count all night. This is his first 3-0 count, and that's how good he's been. But it looked like on the 2-0 pitch, he rushed himself a little bit. The leg got started early. His arm never caught up, and that's why the high fastball on the backstop.
Well, let's see if Hatchell takes another one. He's swinging away. Right field, it's got carry. It's one hopping over the wall. An automatic double. And Georgia's got something started here in the 6th.
I mean, here's what I love about baseball. You got everybody on the Georgia side is doing the exact same thing that they did on Saturday night when they rallied. If you wore your hat backwards, you're wearing it backwards right now. If you went to the concession stand to get a Coke and some popcorn, you are in the concession stand line right now doing the same thing, and you're going, it works. And it's, I mean, that's how superstitious baseball is. It's just so much fun. Those guys probably had their shirts off on Saturday night and the hats were backwards and inside out, and that's what you do.
All the superstitions coming out. It's a superstitious sport. And you go back a long ways. And there's stories about Rogers Hornsby would refuse to go to movies or look out a train window. He was so superstitious, he didn't want to mess up his eyes.
Well, you got guys, I mean, you got Wade Boggs that ate chicken every day before a game. You got, I mean, it's just 100 years old of superstitions that are hilarious once you hear about him.
Snyder showing bunt, pulls it back.
You know, if I was a betting man, I would bet a whole bunch that Snyder is not bunting here. What do you think?
I think you got to let him hit, don't you? Down 4.
I think he's trying to get Brancaglioni to screw up and not throw a strike.
Oh, now they've got the runner caught in a rundown. Can Florida execute it? And that is executed beautifully. Brancaglioni tags out Hatchell. We talked about Brancaglioni and his calm under pressure, the coolness. No hesitation there.
No, it was perfect. You know, I mean, we can argue that there was maybe one too many throws from Florida, but there's nobody in the baseline. There's my left fielder who's getting ready to get in line. That's Morjan is already moving to get in line behind Brancaglioni at third base. They did it perfectly. And he just got the ground ball, took a look at the guy. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're going to go to third. No, here and just get him in a rundown, get the easy out.
And Snyder did not advance past first, so a man on for the leadoff hitter, Cam Carino. He's had some good swings tonight. Reached down an error and popped to second, but he has battled against Brancaleone. High fly, right center field. Fitzgerald makes the catch, and Florida 1 out away from the Little League World Series.
All right, if he's going to show any emotion, it's going to be right now, because the Florida kids are about ready to flip out. And here's Iceman. I'm going to go with George Gervin right there. I mean, the dude is just icy. He's just sitting there going, I got to get one more out. I got to get one more out. Everybody's freaking out. Stay calm. I got to get one more out.
Now for Georgia, if they lose, they're not done. They can get to Williamsport if they lose by beating Tennessee tomorrow. A line to third, that'll do it. Palm City, Florida has punched its ticket to the Little League World Series behind an absolute gem from Frankie Brancaleone.
That kid was so good tonight. He really was. He deserves the W. He deserves all the accolades. Just a strike throwing machine. Got his team ahead with a 2-run triple in the first inning, and he never looked back.
Two teams from the Southeast Regional will head to Williamsport. We know one. It's Florida. And Palm City still has a game to play. They'll play on Wednesday in the regional championship, and that'll be for seeding. And they could very well face Georgia again in that game. And this was a well-played game. Really, outside of Braxton Wilkinson getting off to a rough start, the first 4 batters reaching, 3 of them scoring. After that, I mean, these teams were trading zeros for the better part of the final 5 innings.
Yeah, it was just a solid defensive effort. It was perfect from my eyes. We had 1 error opening the game, and that was borderline. Perfect rundown, perfect relay to cut a runner down to the plate, and a guy that was just almost 90%, 85% throwing strikes. It was fun to watch.
So Florida headed to Williamsport. For Georgia, they're not done. They'll be Tennessee tomorrow in a redux of Saturday's thriller, which Georgia won 6-5 with a 6-run 6th inning. And if Georgia wins tomorrow, hey, they can go to Williamsport and join Florida. Tennessee will have something to say about that. Tonight, it belonged to Frankie Brancaleone. A complete game shutout. And finally, showing some emotion is Florida. A Monday night of celebration for Palm City, Florida. These Little Leaguers will move on to Williamsport and the Little League World Series. And Ishrav, Greg Olson with you tonight. And Greg, Frankie Brancaleone pitched to an old baseball axiom. It starts with strike 1.
Oh, he was great. He was so much fun to watch. And kids, if you're sitting at home, it was all about fastball command. He threw probably 2 strikes that were breaking balls. He struggled to find command of it and really didn't try that hard to find command of his breaking ball. And it was all about fastball location, location, location.
So Florida will still play 1 more game in this regional. That'll be the regional championship on Wednesday. They get tomorrow off. Georgia's not done. They'll play Tennessee tomorrow. The winner of that Georgia-Tennessee game will join Florida in Williamsport. And Georgia-Tennessee will be a rematch of Saturday night's thriller. Tennessee led that game 5-0 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. And Georgia scored 6 runs to stun the boys from Nolantown.
Finally seeing some emotion. That young man was really good tonight. 6 innings pitched, probably about 80 to 85% strikes, 2-run double, they're calling it, in the first inning to stake himself a lead. and just never looked back.
He was looking at his phone. Kid, you are trending. Or if you're not, you should be.
Here he is, we called it Hideo Nome, just solid leg kick, not very high, duplicates his mechanics over and over again. Fastball location up, gets the guy chasing it out of the zone, fastball location up, and that was what we saw all night long, was sides of the plate, locating it, finally found his breaking ball about the 5th inning. And there is some great numbers. What I love to see, 0 walks.
Only 67 pitches. He was pounding the strike zone. The maximum pitches you can throw is 85. He really didn't get close to that despite throwing a complete game, which you just don't see too often at this level. That's 2 outstanding starts in this regional for Frankie Brancaleone, and let's not forget he set the tone with the early hit as well, a 2-run triple in the 1st inning.
Now his first inning double right there just set the tone, and he was able to use that 2-run lead that he got.